Hi everybody, it's Amy with Heart and Home Orlando, and I am so excited to share with you my newest listing. And this is an end unit townhome here in a community called Hawksmoor. Now, one of the things that I love about an end unit is, guys, you don't have a neighbor on this side. Not only that, but this one is kind of located at the end of a street. It's even more private, even more quiet. If you don't love the outside, I know you're gonna love the inside. So let's go take a look. So this is an end unit townhome, which is 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, a flex space plus a loft. So there's a lot going on in this townhome, and one of my favorite things is what the homeowners did right here as soon as you enter the townhome to set it apart from every other unit here in this community. So even though there are other floor plans like this one has been made a little bit different, and I tell you what, it's a great option that they added. So this space right over here is essentially going to be a flex space. It was traditionally an open space. Open pass-through into the kitchen. But what these homeowners have done, and they have decided to make this private. So you actually have French doors that they have added that have the frosted glass, giving you privacy as soon as you enter in. And not only that, over here, they've added this door as well. This was traditionally just a pass-through area, almost like a butler's pantry effect, into the kitchen area. But here's what's really cool. So the space is now private and confined. There's also a closet. So you really can maximize the function of this room. So if you need it as an office, you know, a lot of people work from home, but they do need that privacy. There's actually some job descriptions, some professions where if you work from home, you have to have closed doors. And this is gonna maybe suit that need if that's something that you're looking for. But if you just need an extra guest space, or if you need an extra play space for kids, a music room, a reading room, whatever you want, sky is the limit right here in this room. This room is located at the front of the townhome, so you have the 2 beautiful windows here looking out to the beautiful trees and the beautiful landscape in front of you. All right, so off the bat, we already have something spectacular. So we have a wood plank, LVP type flooring over here, and then of course here we have your ceramic tile. So again, entryway. One thing I want to point out as we walk through this is that because it's an end unit, that means on this entire side of the townhome, you have an entire wall of windows, which is really going to let all of that beautiful natural light in. So as we go, just enjoy the beautiful windows. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 just along this wall alone. Okay, right over here to my left here, right, is going to be the powder bath. And then we always say this is kind of the iconic builder's entry zone that they typically put in these units. You have some nice shelving there, which is a great space for either decor items or a nice like stop and drop area if you're coming in through the front door. All right, as we continue in, we are now into the main hub of the home, right? We have the big, beautiful kitchen, we have a dining area, and with the family room. There's so much to talk about. I'm just gonna start right here at the heart of the home, which is going to be the kitchen. So the kitchen has granite countertops, and they're kind of what I always refer to kind of as a salt and pepper. They're kind of a black and a white and a gray and a tan and a cream. Really beautiful, very versatile. So it's a nice neutral granite counter that's going to really allow you to accent with whatever colors you want. Behind me, you're going to see you have these beautiful white cabinets with the contrasting black hardware, which really makes everything pop, and candidly is a gorgeous accent when you have this granite because it pulls out that black. One thing I want to point out too, guys, these are KitchenAid appliances. KitchenAid microwave, KitchenAid stove, KitchenAid dishwasher, and a KitchenAid refrigerator, all of which convey over to you. Really nice upgraded appliances here as well. So as we go through, you see the entire bank of cabinets here. Over here, you have additional cabinets. And again, here is where that door is that goes into this room. So as you think about your family and how you would, could, or should utilize this space, think about that, how great it is to have that room open or private, however you want to use it. Now, most cases, this would be kind of it for the cabinets, but they actually have an additional bank of cabinets all the way over here. So a lot of upper cabinets, you have lower cabinets, you've got a beautiful backsplash, and there's even some extra lighting that they've added where you push the button and you can have some down light there, some under cabinet lighting. All right, so kitchen, absolutely beautiful. You can see here they have 3 chairs, lots of space here if you want to use this as an eating counter, have your snack, have your breakfast, have your dinner, or just have a conversation with a friend or a neighbor, because it's a great community. All right, so right here underneath of where I'm standing, this is kind of your designated dining space. If you want to have your breakfast nook table here, a larger table, this space would accommodate it. If you look at the actual depth of this, If you have an oversized table and you're worried about finding a townhome that would accommodate it, you don't really have to worry about that here because there is so much space. You also don't have to utilize it. If it's just you, maybe you and a significant other, or you and a child, or just you, you've got the space here that you could just eat at the counter, and then you could utilize the space for something else. Now back over here is going to be the pantry. I don't want to forget that because we got to know where we're going to put all of our food. So now one of the things before we enter into this is that this area, sometimes it's hard to see in videos, but there's a big open pass-through. So the pass-through basically is a designation, this space and that space. Now it is open and connected. There's nothing here to obstruct our walkway, but if you really wanted to designate the space, you really can define this as kitchen and dining and family room and living. All right, speaking of family room and living, look what else these homeowners have added. I absolutely love this. They've added the chunky floating mantle, which I love, and they've added this beautiful surround and the fireplace. Really beautiful, really kind of makes this a little bit cozy. And what's nice is that this wall, we talked about the entire wall of windows. Right here, obviously behind you is not a window because that's where you're gonna put your sofa, your couch, your sectional, whatever it is gonna be right here. So beautiful wall space here, lots of natural light coming in, a beautiful accent wall over here, making it not only function with the beautiful TV, the mantle, but the fireplace is really, again, just taking this up a notch. Everywhere we go in this house, there's been something that's been added that's really a beautiful addition to it. All right, right over here, before we go upstairs, I want to point out, so this is 3 more windows, but what is really spectacular about these townhomes here in this community, and this is important to note, a lot of people don't know this, they don't understand it, and that's why it's important to have someone who actually works in the area, that's me, to tell you about the differences between the townhomes here in this community versus some of the others. So when this community was being built out by Madame E Homes, you had the opportunity in most cases to pick and choose your interior design options. Now, yes, toward the end, sometimes there were quick move-ins where the builder had already chosen, but for those people who got in here early, they were able to choose whatever cabinet or counter or flooring they wanted. And usually in a townhome scenario with new construction, it is more package-based. So you've only got maybe 2, 3, 4 choices, but then every townhome in the community is gonna look the same. The reason I'm saying that is because the added features in this one makes it a little bit more valuable than some of the other competing townhomes. Okay, so now that I've said that, I want to also point out that the difference here is that there is what we call a detached garage. So in many townhomes, this door would walk you into your garage, but not in this case. In this case, you have a nice big open patio area. Now this area also has a covered breezeway, so if you are coming in through your 2-car garage, you can come in if you've got your packages, you've been shopping, you've gone to Disney for the day, you're coming back with all of your fun souvenir items. You're gonna come in through the garage under the covered breezeway and you're not gonna get rained on, the sun's not gonna be on you, so this is really nice. But you also have an area where you have the screened in area, so you're still protected from the elements, but you can get some of that sunshine. So it's really nice. It's kind of the best of both worlds here out here. You get to have the opportunity for some outdoor seating, an outdoor grill, even though it's a townhouse. All right, so much more to see. I'll meet you upstairs. So we talked about all of the wonderful things on the first floor of this townhome, but upstairs on the second floor, you also have some more fun things. For instance, you have this open loft. Take a look at the flooring. This is not carpet. They've added the wood flooring. You've got this wood plank flooring in here, making this space a great flex zone, game room, fun zone, homework zone, secondary TV room, whatever it is that you need for you and the way that you like to live and the way your family needs to function. This flex space, this bonus room upstairs is amazing. So it's really nice, again, that they've upgraded the flooring here. Now, we said that this was a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath home. So the 3 bedrooms are all upstairs, 2 secondary bedrooms as well as the primary. So let's go see the first bedroom. Bedroom number 1 is going to be right over here. This bedroom is, as soon as you come up the stairs, it's kind of like you take a U-turn right back over here. You have a bedroom, and again, if you take a look, they already have the ceiling fans with the lights, nice big beautiful window, and you also have a nice closet. You know, I debated, I'm like, I guess technically it is a walk-in because I can walk into it, but it's a nice big closet. So when you come out of this room back into the loft, Over here to my right, to your left, is going to be that full bath that is going to service those 2 secondary bedrooms, the kids' bedrooms, guest bedrooms, family bedrooms, whomever is going to be in those rooms. This is going to be the bathroom that they use. So in this bathroom, you're going to see that you have a second privacy door here for the toilet and the tub, allowing this room to still function if someone is trying to brush teeth or wash their face while somebody else is trying to shower. So that's a really nice feature kind of this bathroom as well. So upstairs, loft, bed 1, full bath. Now right over here in this direction, you're gonna have the hallway that is going to get you to the second of the secondary bedrooms. Lots of secondaries. So over here is another bedroom. It feels like, and I'll check the measurements for you. We have the measurements for you in the listing, but this one feels like it might be a smidge bigger than the other one. And this closet is a little bit bigger than the other one too. So if you're thinking now who's gonna be fighting over which bedroom, you know, here you go. But this is another nice big walk-in closet for sure. Lots of space here, lots of space, nice bright window. Again, you've got that ceiling fan up overhead. Over here is going to be your AC closet. This is where your AC handler is, where you're going to do your monthly maintenance all the time and change that filter, aren't you? And then over here is going to be your laundry. And this is amazing because these 2 sliding doors, look what is behind these doors. Beautiful, beautiful LG appliances on the pedestal, really beautiful washer and dryer, and you also have your on-cue panel. You know, depending on where you're coming from, out of the country or out of the state, you may go, what is the on-cue panel? Basically, it is going to be the hub for all of your cords, all of those wires, security systems, all of that. The hub for that is right there in that laundry room. Okay, so right here as we continue to the end of the hallway, this is going to be the primary bedroom. So where we are, it'll get you oriented in the house, we are back to the front of the townhome. So these 2 big beautiful windows that are over here look out to the front of the townhome. So this is your primary bedroom, a nice big bedroom. Let's do corner to corner. So I'm in the corner, you're in the corner. This is a nice big room. In addition, you've also got the tray ceiling up there, which really elevates it. Again, gives you that extra space, lots more grandeur here in this room. So you have a nice big room, a nice big tray ceiling. Again, the ceiling fan with the lighting fixture in it. Back behind me is going to be a nice big closet. So there's lots of space here. And then over here to my right is going to be the bathroom. In the bathroom, you're going to see that you have the nice big elongated vanity with the 2 sinks, cabinets on either side, but you've also got the drawers in the middle. You've also got a nice tall shower with beautiful kind of a herringbone or a basket weave type pattern with the tile that they've done. Again, another example of in this community being able to make those personalized touches and accents when you built it. And then you also have the privacy door for the toilet. Now, before we go though, I want to point out that not only do you have the closet behind me, but there's also another closet right here. So the whole his and her factor still exists. Smaller one for him, bigger one for her, or however you decide to divvy those up. Okay, so this townhome is now on the market. It is my newest listing. If you are looking for a townhome in Disney's backyard, whether it becomes your primary residence, whether it becomes a place that you use as your own private vacation and getaway home so that you can come enjoy the magic of Disney anytime you want, that is one of the beautiful things about living here in Disney's backyard. When I say Disney's backyard, that's what I have coined that phrase here for where we are, which is technically Horizon West, Winter Garden, Florida, but I always call it Disney's backyard. So this home is 2,070 square feet. It was built in 2020, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, that extra closed in space at the front, the loft space up here, the end unit. What else do you need? This is magnificent, and I hope you like it as much as I do. All right, so if you have any questions, just reach out to me at 407-848-8042. And remember, please stay safe, stay well. Remember, I love you, and happy house hunting.